Welcome to Learn Short and Typing with Vikas sir. Legal matter exercise number 12 and 13. 850 words at the rate 80 word per minute. So be ready, start. Hence, the driver had slowed down the vehicle, at which point of time the bus had dashed against the rickshaw and the driver had fallen on the bonnet of the bus, and the bus had thereafter dashed into the cabin of the panwala. That everyone started saying that an accident had taken place. Hence he ran into driver's cabin and pulled the handbrake, and later on he came to know that two persons had died in the incident. According to the said witness, when he pulled the handbrake, the driver was lying in an unconscious condition on the bonnet, and he had also sustained head injuries. The said witness had further deposed that at the time of the accident the bus was going at a very slow speed, and that when the driver regained consciousness he had inquired from him as to what had happened, and was told that the driver had injured his head when he dashed against the grill and had become unconscious. It is submitted that in the light of the evidence of the conductor who was present with the driver in the bus, it is apparent that the driver was not driving the bus in a negligent manner, and that the bus was going slowing, and it was only because a rickshaw suddenly came across that the bus he had dashed with the said rickshaw, whereupon the driver had sustained head injuries which had resulted in his becoming unconscious. Therefore, both the courts below have erred in coming to the conclusion that the prosecution had established that guilt of the applicant. It is submitted that considering the fact that most of the witnesses, including the panchayats, had turned hostile, as well as considering the evidence of the conductor, the trial court was not justified in convicting the applicant, and the applicant court was not justified in confirming the said conviction. Alternatively, it is submitted that if the court is not convinced on the merits of the case, the court may consider modifying the sentence by reducing the sentence imposed by the trial court, had may consider granting the benefit of the provisions of the Probation of Offenders Act 1958 to the applicant, considering the fact that the accident had taken place in the year 1993, and hence after a delay of 17 years. It would not be just and proper to compel the applicant to undergo imprisonment at this stage and age. It is submitted that the applicant is a poor person and has been dismissed from the services on account of his conviction that he does not have any criminal incidents, and as such he should be granted the benefit of the provisions of the Probation of Offenders Act. Therefore, this respondent humbly prays that this honorable court may be pleased to dismiss the petitioner with costs and thus render justice. The Land Motor Accident Claims Tribunal, after considering the plea of the claimant and the counter statement of the first respondent, had framed three issues. Was the accident caused by the driver of the tempo due to rush and negligent manner? Whether the claimant is entitled to get compensation. What other relief? PW1. The claimant had adduced evidence stating that on 29/2001 at about 12 p.m. he was proceeding on this scooter. While it was nearing Roundana, the first respondent's tempo, when bearing registration number TN27J2964, was proceeding in front of the scooter. All of a sudden, the driver of the tempo applied its brake without any caution. Hence, the scooter dashed against the tempo. As such, the accident had happened. In the result, PW1 sustained grievous injuries. Stop. Immediately, he was taken to the hospital, wherein he was inpatient for 1 day. PW1 further adduced evidence stating that after the accident, he was unable to carry out his normal work and he was in rest for period of 1 year. He had adduced evidence stating that his earning was rupees 6,000 per month through his Xerox center business. He further stated that he spent a sum of rupees 8427 towards medical expenses, for which he has marked exercise P6 series. Para. After considering the evidence of PW1 and PW2 and the documents marked as exhibits, the Land Motor Accident Claims Tribunal had awarded the compensation as follows: rupees 30,000 under the head of pain and sufferings, transport charges and loss of income during the treatment period. Rupees 80,000 under the head of disability. Third, rupees 8,400 under the head of medical expenses. Stop. In total, the tribunal awarded a sum of rupees 1,18,400 with interest at the rate of 9% per annum from the date of filing the claim petition till the date of payment compensation. The tribunal further directed the applicant National Insurance Company to deposit the said amount with accrued interest thereon within a period of 1 month from the date of its order. In turn, the said amount to be deposited in a nationalized bank for a period of 3 years in the fixed deposit scheme, and the claimant was permitted to withdraw the interest once in 6 months from the said deposited amount directly from the bank accordingly ordered. Full stop. स्टूडेंट ये आपके 850 वर्ड्स हैं, इसको आप टाइप कीजिए, टाइप करने के बाद आप इसको मैच कीजिए. थैंक यू वेरी मच, हैव ए गुड डे.